Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this full set accounting course, the practical course. So if you go to our learning portal there, you can actually download this live class exercise that has a few pages here. Okay. We will meet each other every Monday, okay, in the evening from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, 1.5 hours, to do something every day. Okay, every Monday we'll do something. Today I was told by the office that we will not have anyone joining the live class. So this is a pure recording class. And just to let you know, setting your expectation properly first, that the 1.5 hours will include the Q&A session. And then there was some two-way communication that I will normally do in my class. Like, for example, I explain things halfway, and then I will ask the participants a question, and there's a reply. So all these are factored inside the 1.5 hours. But if it is based on pure recording, like what is happening now, then the two-way communication and the Q&A session will not happen. So you expect to see this video tend to be a bit shorter, okay, than the 1.5 hours. But it doesn't mean that you have any time loss, because the Q&A session can still happen via WhatsApp. Okay, you can contact me, send me messages to ask questions. So we briefly go through first the outlines for these few days, every Monday, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, the live session. Then we'll zoom into what we're going to do for today. All right, so today we'll do a sign up of an account. So today we have a lot of introduction to this Buku online software. All right, the introduction to it. And today we'll set up a new company profile, getting ready for next week onwards for the recording. All right, so day one is more like the introduction, introducing the software to you, and we'll set up our company. The second day we'll look into sales and purchases. Okay, so we add 3 customer profiles. Then we add 3 supplier profiles. So we need these first for our sales and purchases. Now in practical, it's common for us to see we have our regular customers for credit sales and credit purchases. The cash sales and cash purchases, we may not record their names, because normally we'll keep track to the customer details if they owe us money. And then of course with the advancement of IT, the customer data can be obtained very easily nowadays. Like for example, if you ask them to sign up for a loyalty program, a membership card, and every time when they spend money, they will have their membership card used. Then you will trace back to the software, the system, exactly who bought what, how much, at which point, whether pay by cash or credit card or e-wallet, whatever. So with the advancement in the technology nowadays, the information like this can be easily obtained. But what if the customer didn't bring a member card, and you don't accept phone number as a member card, okay, membership, or maybe the customer never have any membership participation and they pay cash. So if you do not have a system designed to capture the customer details, then you will not know for those cash sales what are the customers. But for credit sales and credit purchases, again, it is very common, okay, common for us to see a company actually have the regular customer, regular supplier. So these are the things that we're going to do for the second day. After adding the details for the customer and supplier, we will then make the necessary, this is a capital from owner. So we start the business finally, get the money from the owner and bank into public bank, to Maybank, CMB Bank, whatever bank that you want to. So we will also look into the chart of account next week to amend the company name. So later on, I will introduce to you the chart of account as well, because today we'll learn the system, understand the chart of account. And today we have really a lot of introduction of what we learn in the normal accounting course, and we study an accounting course to prepare ourselves for exam. and how do we move that accounting cost to a practical situation like this one, and using a software to do the accounting. So we have a lot of the bridge, the gap to fill. There are a lot of conversion to make, the bridging that we are talking about. All right, then after that, we have create the inventory items. And assuming we are furniture, this is not furniture, sorry. We assume we are the stationery shop, stationery business. So we have ruler, pen, eraser. So it's our inventory listing with the stock code. We can add in, and then we place order. We buy from supplier, and then we sell to customer. We got credit sales, we got cash sales, and then we also have our monthly expenses to maintain. That is for the second day. So we have sales, purchases, and expenses. Day 3, we start to look into the non-current asset, particularly the property, plant, and equipment, cost, and also the depreciation. So we have a few assets here. Some of these we purchase by cash, by bank transfer. Some of these we purchase by bank loan, and some of these purchased by hire purchase. For the motor vehicle, is very common. Some of the machine can be purchased by hire purchase arrangement as well, which is not very rare. Although the more common one is the motor vehicle that we purchase, that we are using the hire purchase arrangement, the financing arrangement. So we also have to learn through the live example, of how to record the hire purchase, how to record the bank loan. So we have this bank loan here, machine by loan 20,000. So we have the interest rate and all this. So we have this loan table calculation. We have the hire purchase table calculation as well. So day 3 tends to be a bit heavy, I would say, because we record not just the asset, not just the depreciation, we also record the financing arrangements like bank loan and also hire purchase. Then day 4 we look in payroll, okay, salary, payroll adjustment to accrue and prepayment, run the depreciation. This normally we do every month end. A very, very, very small business that maybe do it every year end, but normally we do it every month end with the assistance from the accounting software. We can actually calculate the depreciation very, very easy. We just click and then the thing come out. It's very different from in the class when you learn for accounting course, preparing you for exam. You have to do the calculation by yourself, a straight line, reducing whatever. But now with the software, you just click and the calculation is done at the back end within seconds. The figure pop up and do the recording for you as well. You don't need to debit and credit whatsoever. Okay, then we also have collections. So basically this we're assuming it's month end already. We do a lot of month end, money received, money payment, and then we prepare the reports. Okay, these are the common reports that we prepare, and then we can present to the management. Right? And then back to day 5. Day 5. Now day 5 we assume it is a cycle of new month, the February month. So we'll do a lot of repetition, like placing order with the supplier again, credit sales, cash sales, expenses. Then we buy PP one more round in February. Also got bank loan, got hire purchase. Then day 7 we have to pay salary for February. Okay, salary for February and also the adjustment for February. So this is quite a good thing that we have a continuation. Okay, a continuation from 1 month January to 1 month February. All right. So after the end of everything of this, right, you should actually do something like this. End of every class, you try to redo the activities that we have done in the class. Okay. Like today, we are going to set up the company, put in the company name, address, and all this. You got to practice it 1 round. And the second day, we have to create the customer name, supplier name. So after you finish, like you attend the live class or you watch the video, you have to practice it 1 more time. And then to the end, right, you have to combine everything within the same day. Maybe you find 1 weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Within the same day, you finish the whole month of January. From set up a company to placing orders, to settle expenses, hire purchase, calculating depreciation, and all these, you have to practice a few more rounds. Because if practical is different from theoretical. The practical is you have to use the system and you need to get familiarized with the system. Then some of you might say that, oh, the company that I work in, they are not using Buku. So can I get any benefits if I learn Buku and my company is not using that? I don't see it as a big problem because we have a lot of accounting software in the market. Every accounting software, every brand, they are doing the same thing actually. They are recording sales, right? Recording purchases, recording business transactions. So I don't really think that you need to specifically learn about Buku and you only use Buku in your work. It doesn't mean that. But we would like to use Buku, okay, to showcase to you how a lot of theories, the theoretical knowledge that we learn in the class when we prepare for exam, how do we apply them into the accounting software? You will find that actually the accounting software is created to ease our work by 1,000 times. In the exam, they are more difficult because there are a lot of manual things that we have to do. But in the computer software here, they are really designed to ease ourselves, to assist us to the maximum. So the human involvement in accounting will be minimized. They try their best to minimize it. It doesn't mean that we are using AI or whatever to do accounting, but you will compare to many years ago, people using paper and pen to do accounting, and as of today, you have a very powerful, very intelligent software helping you to prepare the accounts that is really a lot easier. But then the challenges are how to use the software, where to click, where to insert, and this, that. And then every brand will have slight differences, like the way they call things, the buttons, the layout. They will be slightly different in every brand. But I never think that that is a big problem because myself have been using a few brands of accounting software before, and I can adapt to the new one very easily with minimum training. I can already use a new one. Like in this Buku, right? I didn't spend very long time to understand the system because I already have experience of using other software and I know what they're doing. And I find that Buku is even easier, more convenient. It's not because I'm using this, I'm talking good about this, but Buku is relatively a new software. Okay, they are a new software, I would say, as compared to UBS accounting, MYOB, QuickBook. All these are very old software. And of course, they receive updates from time to time. But Buku is developed from scratch. So Buku, when first launched, is already very new. And they have a lot of assistance, a lot of mindful thought they put in order to help the user. So this is very user-friendly thing. Okay. And it can be very powerful as well. It doesn't mean that it's user-friendly means it's lousy. It's powerful, and I believe there are many functions that you do not need to use if you're just a normal SME, for example. You don't need to use a lot of functions inside Boku for you to complete work. But it is actually powerful and user-friendly enough to let you to complete your day-to-day accounting work. So we start now, okay? All right, so following the day one progress, okay, hang on. There are so many things I put in this outline here. Okay, day one, sign up an account. So you don't actually need to pay to get an experience of this software. Okay, you want to pay, of course you can. But when you sign up this course, I believe the office have made certain arrangement for you already. So you can check with them whether you can get the full version, the paid version. Okay. If I hear from them, they're going to make some arrangement with you guys. But if not, then we can just use a demo, no problem. Demo is good enough for you to try. If you want to seriously using it, then you can consider a subscription. So to sign up an account, right, is like this. Okay, so we go back to here. Okay, I already logged in, maybe I log out first, alright? Okay, so we log out already, and then we come to this buku, just type buku.my. Oh, excuse me. So they bring you to here. Then if you do not want to commit first, you want to try first, then you can click this one, try for free. Okay, so once you got try for free already, then you go to insert. Very simple thing, just a few minutes you can get it already. So your email address for work, we prefer work. It can be non-work email. Your personal email also can if you're not doing this for a company. If you're doing this for a company, then you can have a company email to put in. Choose your password, your company name. If this for your own training purposes, you can just put in anything like ABC, Sendian, Berhad, or whatever. Okay, your home country default is Malaysia. If yes, then don't change. Your currency, ringgit. If yes, then don't change. Your inventory system is perpetual. I advise you to keep this. Alternatively, you can use a periodic system lah. Okay, but periodic system is more useful for manual paper and pen. Okay, it is a bit less useful for computerized. I wouldn't say it's not useful, but computerized software is powerful enough to keep track every inventory in and every inventory out. So perpetual is doing that. Every inventory in, every inventory out, the system will keep track for you. But in the old days, when people use paper and pen, because it's very tedious, not convenient to use to record every in and out, every unit in, every unit out by using paper and pen. So a lot of time, people prefer to use a periodic system. See? That means they will do a stop count, and at the end of a period, they'll need to do the recording. But for computerized, especially such about powerful software like the online buku here, I advise you to use perpetual. Okay. Then you can choose your buku URL. So you put a name here. It can be your company name, short form, or if you are using it for yourself, you put your name, short form. Okay. Like my one NKT can be done. Okay. But they will subject to whether it is still available or not. Okay. If it's not available, they will ask you to choose another one. Then if you don't have the discount code, just ignore it, and then you can click here, start free trial. So to me, I already have an account, so I want to log in back to my account now. So once you created already, you can always come back to here. You have to put your nickname, okay? Then this is my email, I think Gmail, okay, for this one. And my password. Alright, so we're in already. Alright. Alright, so what's next is we're gonna understand a bit on this thing here, the interface, all this. Okay, so what you have here is maybe we're going to create a new company later lah. Okay, so I already have some here for me to practice. So later I'll create a new one. But before that, we can just look at all this left and right. Okay, so once you have created a new company, you can access to that new company, and then you can start to do things already on the left panel here. Maybe you want to record your sales. Okay, sales, it depends on the company internal control. Sometimes we have quotation sent to customer first, then only we have a sales order. Delivery order, I believe everybody will have. Invoices, credit note, payment, and refund. And some businesses, they do not send quotation. Okay, maybe they already publish their prices online. So when the customer want to buy, they will ask the customer to go and refer the prices online. They don't send quotation to the customer. But if they send, then you can come here to do the recording. So we'll look into this next week, second day, to look at the sales and purchases. Okay. Then we have this sales order and all this, so we can access it here. For purchases, you can just click here, buy, sell. very common things that you're doing. Digital shoebox, we don't cover this. Okay, it's actually an AI function. Once you got your basic ready, then as a separate session, we can talk about this digital shoebox. Or you can send me a WhatsApp to ask about this. This is a very powerful AI tool. Yeah, the shoebox. Okay, very powerful AI tool that if you purchase something, you get the receipt. Let's say you purchase something from Mr. DIY for your office supply, then you can just take a photo of the receipt, and then you upload the receipt to here, and this AI will try to read your receipt and try to do the recording for you. Of course, you can review the data whether the AI recorded the things correctly. You can do the amendment after you click save. But then this, I think, it's not something difficult, but we shouldn't look into this yet before we get ourselves some basic ready lah. Okay. Then we have bank here, money in, money out, transfer between banks, and we can access to our bank account as well. But later on, when we create a new company, all these are empty. That we need to create this profile. Okay. What else? We have contact. So this one next week we can create lah. Okay. Our customer, supplier, employees. That we can create all these employee names right here. Our product, we can, okay, yeah, some employee name, no, the product list. If you come back to here, okay, the second day we're going to have this inventory creation here. So that will be here then. Stock module is a separate subscription. So here we don't have it. The stock module is normally for those who hold a lot of inventory, like hypermarket, retailer, bookstore. They hold a lot of inventory, so they need a separate, even more powerful. At the moment, it's not available in our subscription plan here. Then report. Okay, you put in, you can see a lot of financial statements, aging report. So we will consider all this when we are moving to day number 4. Day number 4, yeah, to look at the reports then. Okay, then accounting here, the journal entry, contract, these are the less normal things. And on the third day, we'll look into the fixed asset. They call it fixed asset here. I think we call it non-current asset or property, plant, equipment. Okay, then chart of account. Today we'll go through it. This deemed payment is not here. Okay, deemed payment. Don't you care about this? Because I don't normally use this, also I have no idea of what this thing is. It's not something that we use in a day-to-day. Okay, but chart of account we'll go through later. All right. The control panel here as well. Basically, we can change our currency and all this, but just now we already set up, isn't it? So we don't normally touch all these things. Okay. But then come to the store here, it's not within our subscription plan. Okay, so that is a little bit about the interface of this software here. And what's next is we're going to create our company already, and then we need to include a business name here. This one. Okay, let's give it a try then. I want to create a new company, so I go to here, click new company, and alright, different thing here. Later on we'll set the profile as well. Okay. So company name, I'll come to here, copy this. Okay, the rest we keep it. Okay. This chart account we set as general first, which we can actually change it later. And the company URL, code maybe this thing. Testing ABC. There's no coupon code, so we start a free trial. So give it some time because this is a cloud-based thing. Right, so this is a trial version. Maybe we can put here company setup. Okay, company profile. Yeah, this is important. So we're going to put it everything. So if this is a real company, right? Let's say you use it for your real work, you definitely can have the like BRN is a business registration number. If you are not a company, you are sole proprietor, then you use your IC number or passport. Okay, so in this case, because we are Sdn Bhd, we got the business registration number. So the registration number, according to here, if they ask for friendly name, you can just put ABC lah, I think. Okay, so here, all these are fictitious lah, just for training purposes only. You don't go on internet and search why there's no 1234B, the company. So this is the tax file number, also a fictitious number. Okay, so it can give you a warning or something, unable to validate your registration number and your tax number with my. Of course cannot lah, because these are not a real one. If you give a real one, it probably can match it to the system there lah. The my invoice, e-invoice. Okay, e-invoice system there. Okay, this one is the business code for tax purposes. Do I have one? Okay, I don't have. Then I can search it. Let's say we are retailer for stationery products. So we can search code here. Okay, select sector. Retail trade. Okay, I'm doing retail trade. Category. Wholesale and retail trade and repair of motor vehicle. I'm not. Wholesale trade except for motor vehicle. I'm retailer. Retail except for motor vehicle and motorcycle. Okay, this one. Select group. Non-specialized store. Food. I'm not food. Car, petrol, and all this. I'm not. IT, no. Household equipment. I'm not. I'm doing stationery here. Agriculture. Other goods in specialized store. Retail sale, wire store and market. Retail trade not in store. I think I can choose this one then. Okay. Classes. Food and beverage. No. Others. Yes. Select item. Very detailed. Others lah. The stationaries are not here. Right? Okay lah. This one. This is my code lah. Okay. Tourism I don't have. Malaysia ringgit. Contact number. Do I put one here? Yeah, I do. Fictitious number. Don't go and call. If it may be someone's phone number. Don't call. Code I think is automatically set as the code lah. Paste it here. Contact number. The country code. Malaysia. The email address. Also fictitious one. Hang on. Okay, URL if you have the company website. Company address. Do I have one here? I do. Okay. Fictitious address. Don't go and find. Oh, address. Office lah. 50 Kuala Lumpur, postcode 53200, country is Malaysia, state is Wilayah KL, default billing, default shipping, company logo if you have, you can upload. Okay, let's take it. Okay, so we have done with this thing here. Is biggest thing in fact for today, the biggest thing, and I've done it already. But it doesn't mean that we can end the session. We still have to go through the 12 accounts and then to look into the opening balances. Okay, now let's come back to here then. The very serious recording will start next week, and this week is actually a warm-up session for us to get to know each other. But unfortunately, no one is attending the live class today. But never mind, okay? As I said, we can always contact each other. Maybe next week we can have a talk, or WhatsApp or whatever. Okay, now let's look at chart of account then. So we come to here under accounting, we got this chart of accounts. So where to find the chart of account is different from the brand of software to software. So for Buku is here, accounting, chart of account. If you use other brands, okay, they may have different places to find the chart of account. So what is chart of account? Now in the old days, the accountants who doing the business recording will have to use paper and pen. And when they open one account, right, the account must have a code. Okay, let's say for example, electricity bill. Now electricity bill, if you want to do separation also can. You have electricity bill head office, electricity bill shop. Maybe your head office and your shop are different premises. So you can have two electricity account. So electricity head office, maybe the code is GL42. What is GL42? Last time we have a book. Okay, very thick book. I'm not sure whether you have seen it before. I've seen it before. I've held it before as well. So you can go to page 42. General Ledger GL is a book. Page 42, you open, that is electricity head office, that page for that. If for customer ledger, we have another book, customer ledger. They call it receivable ledger, RL, or sales ledger, SL, customer ledger, CL. It's up to them, okay? Each company has a freedom to decide what do they want to call, okay? So it's whatever L ledger they want to. So let's say they are first customer ABC. So remember, there's your customer, the first customer. So you can put it as a customer ledger 1, CL1. So you look at the book, the first page, page 1, CL1 is customer ABC. So those are the very old style initial way of coding the accounts. But now with software, everything is different. The software coding system is different, because in the software, we don't have the books. They don't do like that. The older generation of software, they try to mimic how we handle the books. So we do have general ledger, but here you see in Buku, we don't find, the GL. So when I first used it, I also feel like, a little bit not, I don't get used to it. Where's a GL? But it seems like the new generation of software decided to let go that one totally. We may not need to go backward, you see. We may not need to go backward to look at things, how we did the accounts 200 years ago. We should look at how we do account as of today. Okay, the concept of double entry, the concept of ledgers, they are still here. They are still inside Buku. Definitely have to and confirm one. Sure must have. But they do not call it that way because a new generation have a new way of calling things. How many young accountants nowadays have ever held a GL book before? Or the ledger book? How many of them? Cash book. The very white, big book, white horizontal book. How many of their new young accountants have actually held a book like that before? So what is the point of us living in 500 years ago, 200 years ago? We're going to look at asset today. So the concept, everything is still here, but they don't call it that way anymore. So chart of account is the list of account. Okay, these are the default list created for us. We can change them, no problem. Okay, because different companies may want to call things differently. Different company may want to add new things inside. It's up to you. No problem at all. Okay, you can just amend them. But I intend to just go through the list with you guys. Okay. If you look at code 1, starting from 1000, code 1, right? Code 1 are reserved for current asset. This may be different in other accounting brands, the accounting software brands. Buku decided to do it like this. I know some of the system, code 1, they put it to capital. Put code 2 to liability, something like that. Code 4 was for revenue. I remember some of the brands that I used last time, they did that. But Buku, no. Buku is code 1 for current asset. Non-current is also code 1 where they put 1005. This is just 1000. This is 1005 onwards. Current liability 3000. Non-current liability, they don't have a default thing for us here. Yeah, but I think we can create one if you want to. Okay, let me give it a try. I will try, but I don't save. Okay, because I'm not supposed to amend anything as of today, except to include. Can. Non-current liability. Non-current liability is financing. These are for cash flow statement. Okay. Parent account, no. Select a parent account. This is a sub account. We don't have a parent account at all, right? Just now in the non-current liability. System type. Accounts payable. Hang on. It's going to be a payable account here. Oh, then it's current. Not right. Delete it. Okay, I put non-current. Then this one leave blank. No parent account. Accounts code. We use auto generation first, which we can change it later. And the name, what do you want to put? I'm going to put the bank loan. What loan? Public bank, maybe? CMB? Maybank? Okay, you want to put the account name also can, but I'm not going to save this thing, okay? Because this is for day number 3 to do that description, and that's all. If you save, right, then okay, now I'll go back. No, I don't want to save. If I save, then I can have the extra thing here. So I think maybe they will assign a 3005 for us or whatever, 3002, 3001. We'll find out in day 3, the 3rd week. Today is the 1st week. All right, then equity, retained earning. This is you can see there's a lock here, right? There are locked here as well. What are these locked thing here? Is actually the figures from other places. So retained earning are accumulated profit, and the profit will be posted here. You do not normally need to insert this manually, except for when you have a dividend payment. So you got to offset this manually, or you have the prior period adjustment. Sometimes you have prior period error, or you change your accounting policy. Those are a bit advanced accounting that you need to disturb your retained earning as well. Otherwise, when you see all these control account with a lock here, basically these are the figures from somewhere else. So we do not normally enter directly into this account. Okay, so we have income account, sales. Okay, this discount given is a reduction to our sales income. So after that, we have a net sales to be presented. Other income, these are the non-main business. If I'm in this case, I'm a furniture, not furniture, why I keep saying furniture, stationery product seller. So I get money from customer because I sell stationery, then it will come under here, sales income. But if I have extra cash that I would like to invest, maybe I put the money into the bank to earn interest income. So interest income is here. If you got money to buy a building and rent out, the rental income comes here as well. Other income. Maybe we don't call it interest when they change it. Okay. You want to, you can put will here. If you don't like the word other income, or this is other income, sorry. The name you can just put other income. But if you want to be specific, right, then you can create new one. Which tonight I do not have intention to create new accounts. but if you want to, you can. So then we find other income. No, it's not here. It's not one of the category. Okay, never mind. We then put other income here. No, I don't want to put interest earned. I want to put a new one. So this code, right? Either you put auto generation, or you can put your own one. Like for example, rental, you want to put 5600, 5600, and then you got 3 buildings. 5601, 5602, 5603. It's up to you. You want all rental income to be included in one account? Also can. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. But some people prefer to break them into different codes when they have more than one building rented out. So like I say, the 5601 for the first building, 5602 for the second, 5602 for the third one. It's up to them lah. I mean, it's up to you also. Then put a name here, rental income. Description. So this is a building at Jalan Ampang, for example. You put an address. Yeah, with the software, they can actually hold a lot of very useful information. Paper and pen can do that also, but very, very troublesome, very tedious. Okay, even with manpower also, it may not be done perfectly. Yeah, I would say that. Okay, that's great. So we continue here to screen through what are these things here. These undeposited funds, you see we have a cash. Actually, I normally call it cash in hand. They call it cash on hand. I don't think it's a big thing here. But if you want to change, you can change to cash in hand. Yeah, cash in hand. Up to you lah. But system default is cash on hand. To me, no difference lah. Then this bank account, a lot of businesses that hold more than one bank account. So you can add, either you add or you rename it. If you only have one account, public bank, just rename it. Okay, come back to here. Public bank, account number 134, whatever. Okay. Description, home branch, Petaling Jaya, for example. Okay. Information. Okay, so you already have cash on hand, bank, and you have this undeposited fund. This may be coming from cash sales. So we do not want to keep a lot of cash in the office. It's very dangerous. And a good internal control will always bank in, you see. We don't keep money in the office. It's very dangerous. So undeposited fund from cash sales, we may want to bank in later. But there are a lot of companies that I processed last time, they don't have this account one. They don't have. So when they perform cash sales, right, the cash sales money received will be here. And then the bank in, we just remove from here and put it to the bank. Oh no, sorry, remove from here and put it in the bank. So it doesn't mean that you have it here, that you must use this one. No, they don't have this kind of ideas. Okay, move on. PPE. Now this one on the third day, we will have a lot of things to look into lah. Okay, on the third day, because we create van, motor vehicle, whatever. All right, then this credit card account. This credit card account, if you have a business credit card, not personal one, business one, okay, business credit card, and used for business expenses, then there will be a liability here. Or we debit expenses and credit to here, and every month we need to clear this balance. Okay, let's continue here. Accounts payable. This accounts payable is supposed to be a control account, you see? Same as a receivable, isn't it? Next week, we're going to do the setup for the customer and we're going to to link them together. So you got 3 customers. If you sell to 3 customers and 3 customers also didn't pay you, you don't see the separate name appear here. It will come from there to here as a total. So everything, the double entry, the back end will help us to do. Then these are locked, okay. We will do the payroll processing in week number 4 and week number 7. So we're going to see how. But actually, Buku has a function to import data from your own payroll software to here. I checked already, Buku doesn't have the payroll function. At the moment, they don't have. Maybe in the future, they want to look into that as well. But it has a compatible function to import data from other payroll software into here. But that one is not under our discussion for this basic course. In this basic course, we will record. Okay, let me give you day 4. I prepared already, assume you have only 1 employee. So day 4, we also register the name of the employee. I haven't think of any here. Maybe you can put your name, maybe you can put my name. After that, we'll record this. We'll do this manually using journal. Okay, debit credit using journal. So you can see that. All right, so we have a lot of things here. Then this is a sales and service tax. SST, they put it into 2. Can you see that? One is, this is for sales tax. This is for service tax. But again, I think this is only how Buku do the segregation, because I see other software, they don't really have that. They only have one SST like that only. Okay, moving on. Good received not invoice. This is the liability account. We haven't posted it to accounts payable, but based on the accounting rules, is that we will record purchases the moment we receive the product from supplier. Some supplier, they deliver to us first, then 1-2 days later only they send us an invoice. So today when we receive goods, we actually haven't have the invoice yet. So you cannot actually create a payable account, but you have this temporary liability account called goods received but not invoice. And once we receive the invoice, this account will disappear, and it will be transferred to accounts payable. But this we'll discuss in the second week, just next week. Okay, so this is the equity part, owner's capital, retained earning, and then we have income with all sorts of expenses. You can change names for this because you may have your own classification of expenses. And then we have taxation as well. Here is not created, and taxation is not part of our program review for this round. It's a basic course here. But we can discuss separately. It's not something very difficult. Accounting tax is always easy. But how to fill in tax form and all this is totally not inside this program at all. But how to record the tax expenses, it will be here. And then we also have the company installment. Every month we have to pay the government. It will be recorded, but then it is not part of what we're going to discuss in this basic course here. Alright, so for chart of account, we went through already. We know that these are the listing with their respective account codes. We can create, we can amend, we can add, we can delete as well. All these things. So one last thing here for today is to look into the opening balances then. Now, if you are creating a new business, you're doing accounting for a totally new business, then you ignore the opening balance. Ignore. New company has no opening balances. But if you are processing a company that has some history, 2 years, 5 years history, they already have accounts last time, but they never used Buku before, and you want to use Buku to record their business transaction, then you can come to here already. So you follow back the same procedure. You create a new company, which you have done it, testing ABC Sendian Berhad. Okay, you created already. But because Buku never record transaction for you before, so you don't have all these opening balances, right? But this particular old business, they already have some land and building, they already have some profit, they already have some customer balance, that you want to import them inside here because you're going to use Buku for the first time. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you come to here, accounting, chart account. Okay, still same. And then can you see that everything is 000, right? Now, two things can happen. Number one, this is a totally new company. They got nothing at all, not even a single cent from the owner at the moment. It's the first reason, which is the easiest one. No history at all, the easiest one. Or the second reason, it's not a new company. They already have some history, but they used a different accounting software last time. Now they would like to use Buku for the first time. So then you can come to here. You click this triple dot. Can you see? Import accounts. We talk about it later. And opening balance. Okay, opening balance. We click opening balance first. This is a easier way to do it. If you do not have a lot of business transaction, then you can use this function. So what you can see here is they allow you to insert one by one. Let's say, for example, the cash on hand. You put the amount, 100. So this 100 was recorded in the old system before. 100. And then you need to do this manually, So where the money comes from, it could be from owner's capital. So I come to here. So my debit and credit balance already 100, and then I click save. So once I click save already, then the opening balance are inserted. Now, other than the account separately, we can also have outstanding inventory recorded. Invoices, these are the customer balance, supplier balances to record all the opening balances. So this part will be very time consuming and it's always very painful process. We call it system migration, data migration process. It's very, a lot of work to do. I wouldn't say it's very difficult, but you have a lot of work to do. Okay, in the old days, this is super painful. A lot of software engineer, developer, they try to create some computer language that the new system can talk to the old system so that they can do the import. In Buku, we also have this function. If I unsave this and come back to our child account, it's still zeroized everything. It's an old business, for example, but using Buku for the first time, then we can come to here to call import accounts. So this import account is you have to first download the template file and download your child account. Okay, so we can go to the download. Okay, so once you have downloaded already, the template file is this one, template file. And then the child account is this one. Child account, that means it's from Buku. This is from Buku. Template file. Then we have to follow the instruction inside here. Okay, update the file with your desired list of account, upload the file below, and then you upload here, and then you see the result. My experience is this kind of data migration, you have to do it a few times, or if you have these two. And then the words cannot be wrong, the field cannot be wrong as well. If wrong, a lot of error there, which is very, very painful. But this is one time only, very good experience of doing a data migration. The easier, the smaller company will not need to use this function. No need to use import. The smaller businesses, they're going to use opening balance key in. So depending on which one is which one. In your career, I don't think you will have to do this very often. Unless you are providing freelance accounting services. Okay, then you probably have to do this a bit more regularly. But for those who have done this before, especially the Excel file import, they know the pain. It's not quite easy. It's not quite straightforward. Okay, so at this point, I think we already reached to this end of today already, and unfortunately, we don't have any live participant joining us today, so the Q&A session cannot be conducted now, but it can be conducted via WhatsApp. If you guys, after watching the video, after practicing here, this and that, you have any question to ask, you can ask. Okay, so all right, so good night everyone. I'll see you again next week.